Hi, good morning, friends. The famous Aravali group of adventure motorcyclists are known for their professional riding skills, as majority of them are highly passionate riders. They ride every type of machine, be it the lightest Hero X-Pulse 200, Ducati Multistrada, Honda Africa Twin, Triumph Tiger, or the BMW GS motorcycles. The mix of these machines provide an excellent platform where everyone shares their views and learn from each other. The Harley Davidson Pan America as a new adventure tourer has been in the news for quite some time. Finally, a Aravali group of riders got an opportunity to ride and experience this new machine, riding entirely on dirt trails of the Aravali Hills. The experience of riding this robust machine was quite interesting, as bike, even when heavy, performed like an adventure motorcycle, where handling surprised every rider as it was quite nimble. It looks like it is a great attempt by Harley Davidson to enter this challenging field of adventure motorcycling. To know more, let's hear Mr. Nakul Malik, who is an experienced rider with many hours on a machine like the BMW GS 1250.
So, having been a GS rider for a while, my frame of reference for any adventure motorcycle automatically becomes the 1250 GS.
Okay.
So, coming from that world, it is certainly different, but not everything is great, not everything is bad. There are good things about the bike, and there are some shortcomings, but for a first attempt for a company like Harley, which has no history of engineering adventure motorcycles, it's an excellent first attempt. Some of the things they've done, like the touchscreen cluster, is nice. The bike is surprisingly nimble on the trail. It is very agile. The front feels perfect. It's very light. Looking at the bike, you would not think that it's a very light front end, and you would not think it's an agile bike because of the wheelbase and the weight distribution. And the weight distribution is, of course, it can't be as good as a Boxer, but if I compare it to other bikes in this segment and looking at the size of the bike, the weight distribution is quite good. There are certain shortcomings, like the switchable ABS doesn't exist. I can put it to minimum intervention in the custom off-road mode, but even that is not enough. So you can't do slides. You can't slide the rear out and go for 200-300 meters like you can on other adventure bikes. But that is one shortcoming. I think Harley's focused a little bit too much on safety, and the customization of user modes needs to be scaled back a bit so that people who know how to handle the bike can actually use the bike to its full potential.
Okay.
There's enough torque. It's not a torque monster like the GS, but there is more than enough torque where it's needed. The power comes on very nice across the entire band. So I at least in the riding I have done so far, which is not a lot, but whatever I've done so far, I've not found it to be lacking in power anywhere. Front brakes are pretty good. Rear brakes can't really try because the ABS keeps intervening.
Okay.
The TC intervenes a lot even when you have it in off-road mode and you've minimized the intervention based on the settings given. But I think for people who are not traditionally at the extreme end of adventure riding or motocross or dirt riding, for those people, this machine, the way the safety is set up and the riding modes and TC is set up, for those people, this will be an excellent introduction to the world of adventure riding.
Sandeep, what do you think?
Yeah. Can you tell me two good things what you have noticed on this motorcycle?
First of all, the weight.
Yeah.
So you feel a lot of weight when stand still, and amazingly you don't feel it when you are riding the motorcycle. And the front suspension, it's doing a fantastic job, more than I would have expected.
Okay. So
It's a nice tourer.
So in nutshell, Nakul, can I say that for all those Harley riders who are also wanting adventure, today there is a product in their family of motorcycles.
Yes.
Which can give you real adventure, still while riding Harley motorcycles.
Absolutely, that is the perfect way to put it. If you're a Harley rider and you wish to stay in the Harley ecosystem, but you want to branch out of the traditional cruiser breakfast ride culture and actually ride the bike, then this is the perfect bike for you.
And certainly looking at the weight, it looks quite bulky, but when you ride it, it is quite nimble. That is what is certainly
Absolutely.
true. And it can take on a lot of beating, as
It can.
we have seen.
Yeah. The suspension is good enough to take Indian roads
Yeah.
as well as real off-road.
True.
So far the suspension is held up very nicely, and based on the suspension response, it might take a little getting used to because we are used to a different type of suspension.
Yes.
You know, we're used to the telelever, which is a totally different feel. But people who are coming from the traditional suspension folks, for them this should be an easy transition.
And
Yes.
easily I can say this is one of the good folk suspension in the category.
And I also like the fact that unlike the traditional Harley problem of everything heating up, this bike does not heat up.
Yeah.
So far we've put it at low speed, we've tortured it at very slow speeds, it has not heated up. I don't feel any heat on my thighs or anywhere else. So this design where they've done airflow directed to the user's legs from here, this I think works.
Yeah.
At highway speeds and even at low speed, just based on the aerodynamics of the bike, you don't feel the heat coming from the engine at all.
Okay.
Part of it I think is also because Arbaz can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this engine is an evolution of the old Porsche design liquid cooled engine that Harley used to have on the Night Rod.
Is that true, Arbaz? Okay.
So because of that, there's no what we traditionally associate with Harley as the heating issue.
Okay.
So that doesn't exist.
Okay, great.